following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
I have a mortgage to pay. I have your car payment to pay. I have insurance to pay. I have life insurance to pay. I have taxes to pay. I have to have you gnawing at my ear all day. All those things. So that cost me $100 an hour cash plus my fucking soul.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, MoeB, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
Welcome to a new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Once again, is your man, your mellow Ruben in the house, and of course, hey, I got the dudes here. I got AG on the ones and twos.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
I got MoeB. Flat man, he's got a whole bunch of things going on with the Georgia, the Raiders. I mean, how do you feel about the Oakland A's?
I was gonna say, you about to put the Oakland A's up there too, right?
Nah, man, not at all. And I'm only wearing this hat to teach a lesson, and it had nothing to do with y'all. For years now, this terrorist that I live with,
wow, he started already.
Constantly steals my hats. She don't ask, she don't say nothing. I just see her walk in the room, and I'm like, bro, when you get that hat? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's my hat.
Hold up. You live with a house full of women. You said, bruh.
I mean, look, like, bro, where do you get my hat? And she'd be like, oh, can I wear it? You've been wearing it all day. Don't ask me now. So this is actually her hat, and I just took it and wore it today, and it was halfway like my wife had to point out to her that I was wearing her hat. She didn't even notice.
Wow. And
then she was like, "Give me my hat back so I can put it back in my room and hang it up." Nah, bruh. This hat mine right now.
No, bruh.
see, he used the term bruh to let her know this is a problem. Because, I mean, you're right, AG. The terrorists that he lives with are women. However, sometimes you need to get somebody's attention. And that's how you get their attention.
Understood.
Am I wrong, MoeB?
I mean, look, I was walking up here to do the show, and she was like, can I have my hat back so I can hang it up in my room? What do you need to hang up in your room for?
Did you put your hats back?
No.
Oh, my
hats end up in her room.
That joint needs to be on the floor somewhere. Chilling.
She lucky she ever see this hat again.
Because they're terrorists.
Man, I'm not gonna fall back on that stance. You know what I'm saying? I said what I said. They're terrorists.
I like when he says they're insurgents. That's hilarious too.
I mean, which are they? The insurgents or the terrorists, or it depends on the day?
Two things can be true at once, sir.
Exactly.
Man, you got these people watching the show like, the hell is he talking about?
So funny.
Talking about kids.
Well, if they got kids, they understand. The description fits.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Ah, man. How y'all been, man? What's going on? How was the week? How you doing, AG? We missed you last week. You feeling better?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Y'all are snitches, man. Y'all are snitching. Oh, my God. I was in tears, bro. I was in tears. The show last week.
He was talking about the show when you kept advocating for kids to not snitch.
I mean, it depends on the subject matter, man. That's what I'm saying.
But I do have a little bit of something now. I have a little bit of something. Okay. I'm gonna tell you my age without telling you my age. I wish that the basketball players in the NBA, thank you W Brown 81. I wish the basketball players in the NBA would wear shoes that match their uniform.
Why would we do that? We trying to stand out. We not trying to stand together.
That's why I'm an old man. Because Lauren and I were watching we've been watching all the playoffs, right? And I was like, do these dudes wear shoes that are like team colors anymore?
Bro, they're trying to stunt, man. They're trying to stunt. That's all.
And you know, I kind of feel you on that too, AG, because like it's just hard for me not to match. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so programmed to just try to match.
And these dudes do it on purpose.
Because that's what I said.
But the thing is, it's like, yo, I get it if you don't want to wear like the primary team colors, because you know every NBA team has like a secondary team color, like a color that's maybe on one slither of the uniform or something. But nah, these dudes be out here in Milwaukee Bucks jerseys with that forest green and highlighter yellow shoes on. I'm just like, bro, like I remember my brother was at Miami, you know, University of Miami colors, and everybody on the team out there in highlighter yellow shoes. And I'm like, bro, that's not any part of y'all's colors. Like, I get individuality, but like you look like you playing for another team.
Truth. Because I mean, I thought it was kind of an anomaly a couple of years ago. Jordan Poole had the pink shoes, but I didn't see much of anything else. But now it's
they got the Rick and Morty LaMelos now, where the shoes are mismatched. They come mismatched. One's like this lime green and one's like this purple. I might be saying that wrong, because there's a player on my team that has them. I'm just like, bro, did you get two of the same pair of shoes in different color? And then I had to, you know, I was telling my age, it's like, no, they come like this. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought you was pulling the Belle Biv DeVoe. You know what I'm saying? Just wearing two different color shoes.
That girl's poison, man.
When you said Belle Biv DeVoe, you old too.
I mean, look, I ain't got no problem. Look, I'm cool with being old. I have no qualms about saying that I'm old. I hope everybody else get there one day.
True. True.
Live long enough, as my dad says. Live long enough, you get there.
I mean,
I tell my daughter that too, because she's like, "You're old," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm hoping one day you get to be that too.
And then she looks at you funny, probably like, "What?"
I mean, no, I get it. You know, when you are preteen, the idea of 30 seems ancient. Not alone like 40, like bro, that's so far away from me. And now I'm like, yo, 60 really ain't that far away.
Nope.
I mean, nah. Pretty much, you know, after you get to 40, man, everything's whatever. In my opinion. I mean, I can't speak for nobody
No, sir,
else,
it's not.
Okay, cool. I mean,
because then you start thinking about things that, like, you start thinking about different things. Nothing is whatever in this life, sir.
I mean, look, I just figured you're old when like some of your favorite songs you see posted as the 25th anniversary of when that song came out. To me, I'm just like, oh yeah, it hit me. I'm old now.
I had one of my favorite songs turn 40.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it don't feel like it was that long to you.
Nah, because you're stuck in the moment. I remember the first day I heard it, like it was yesterday. But the song is like 40 years old. I was like, wow.
I mean, you play some 2002 hip hop, and I'm acting like that happened yesterday.
Nope.
That's 20 years ago.
I'm just saying, when you get that email talking about your 30th class reunion, that's when you already know.
Now, the fact that y'all still have class reunions, that makes y'all old. Because my class ain't never had their class reunion. Like, what the hell is a class reunion?
Hey, look. Since
we got Facebook and Instagram. We social media reunions now. That's it.
So look, since we're having contests about what's old, you're not old until you have a legit AARP application to fill out.
I got mine last year, man.
You trying to get that deal?
I looked at that joint, man. I was like, all you giving me is luggage? Shit, I got luggage. You got to come harder than that.
Yeah, like Moco Cowboy, 20th anniversary of Linkin Park, Meteora. Yep, he right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, they came out at kind of the turn of the century was their time.
Yeah.
And it's 2023 now. So yeah,
that's
what's
without
up.
Chester, right?
Because I remember when they did that single with Jay-Z, and I was like, that's eons ago.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel that way because I remember when I first heard it. So
that's when Jay-Z didn't really have hair.
Huh?
Now he got dreads.
Yes, he does. Things change.
And all whatever that shit's going on. But hey, you know, teach his own. You know. So before we get into the topic of the week, I know MoeB saw it, AG, I don't know how much boxing you watch, but did you ever get a chance to watch Sports Center to maybe see the shot heard around the dude's abdomen?
You talking about the fight that happened last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but being that I didn't see it and I'm not a boxing fan, I didn't have context. So what happened?
So he hit him basically in the liver.
You talking about the what's his name again?
Devontae Davis.
Right.
Devontae Davis.
Davis hit the dude in the liver, and he fought for like another 15 seconds. And then
I mean, I wouldn't say he fought. He stumbled
was on
back.
his feet.
He stumbled back a little bit, and you could tell that he wanted to try to throw a punch or something, and then his body said, "Nah, motherfucker, this fight's over." And then he Colin Kaepernicked it and took a knee for the national anthem.
Wow. He Colin Kaepernicked it and took a knee for the national anthem after the fight was over.
And everybody was like, look at the ref looked at him, and he kind of put his hand on like, nah, man.
The ref was counting, and I almost felt like as he was like, bro, you can count to 30 if you want to. I'm done.
Count to 30. Wait a minute. So my question is, I know what a kidney punch is located, or where it's located. Where is a liver punch located?
On the right side.
Yeah, so he literally was throwing a punch like this,
okay,
and the punch came right underneath it.
Because David's
so like right underneath your ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
and,
bodily
there's a whole bunch of people I've seen on the internet, people saying it's rigged. Oh, this is why boxing is rigged, because he could have got right back up. And I'm like, you sound like somebody who ain't never taken a shot in your midsection when you, and it's not just taking a shot in your midsection when you had no idea it was coming.
Well, see, and that's my thing that I don't like about when people do stuff like that, because I've been hit in the stomach before and it took me a minute. So imagine somebody hitting you in the kidney or the liver, like what y'all are describing. Man, you can't get up from that. You're done.
And see, I was arguing with Ruben last night. I was trying to figure out which one is worse. And I was like, is it worse to get put to sleep? Or is it worse to like get hit in the stomach and he was on one knee and he had to look at the dude that hit him and basically acknowledge that, nah, man, I'm not fighting you no more. Like, cause when you get put to sleep, like you ain't got no options. You know what I'm saying? You just out. But when you get hit and you got to look at the dude that hit you and you basically got to acknowledge that I don't want to ever get hit by you again.
Yeah, you got my ass today.
Nah, I want to get put to sleep.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? I almost feel like there might be a little bit more honor than just get knocked out, because you had to acknowledge that this man took your will to fight.
Oh yeah. He pretty much said, nah, and I'm gonna make your body do a business decision.
Well, see, that was my question to y'all. My next question to y'all was, what bodily function is like doesn't happen the right way after a liver shot?
I mean, breathing, first of all.
He said breathing.
It's like getting hit in the funny bone, because it doesn't really do a lot, but it paralyzes you to a point where you can't do shit.
I think somebody compared it to feeling like you got stabbed in the stomach.
So it's a sharp pain.
Yeah, and then you trying to breathe. Because I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes after the fight, he was walking around fine. I mean, he was walking around fine, but I'm pretty sure. He dapped Davis up and everything, but I feel like part of that dapping up was like, bro, I don't ever want to get hit by you again.
I mean, what else he gonna do?
Okay.
I guess he could be a bitch and walk out the ring.
You can't say he was being a bitch, man.
No, I'm saying what
he said he could be.
Yeah, he could have been a bitch.
But no. I'm not gonna say that's a bitch, Ruben, because like if you hit me so hard that I don't want to fight you no more, I also probably don't necessarily want to be friends with you right afterwards. Like. I might have a tremendous amount of respect for you, but like, nah, I don't necessarily want to shake hands. Like, I respect the fact that these dudes have fights with each other and then manage to be like, oh, it's nothing personal. Nah, man, you hit me like that, I don't care why we doing it. It's personal.
Not even the hitting part, man. The amount of cold cash shit they were talking to each other, like literally.
See, the shit talking don't bother me, because like in all sports, people talk shit and you can still be cool. It's the fact that you talking shit and then you're actually getting in a physical altercation with this person.
That's what I'm saying.
And then immediately after the fight, I'm supposed to be like, oh, it's all love, baby. Nah.
Actually, you know what? I gotta put my 2 cents in with that. I can't talk shit to somebody. It turns serious with me fast because I don't really talk. So if I start talking to you, I'm gonna be a problem in your life.
I mean, this dude said, when I put my fist on your chin, you going to sleep. What?
No, more importantly, he said, "Hey, don't bring your mom, your wife, or your kids to the fight because I don't want them to see you get knocked out." And then, to be honest, like they didn't see that. They didn't see that. Well, I don't know, because part of me feels like that kind of is slightly honorable. Like if you really like, hey man, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and I don't necessarily want your kids to see their daddy like this. Like,
how you gonna talk about that man's kids and family?
First, see, Ruben, you're missing it. I don't think that's necessarily always a disrespectful thing. And in fact, I feel like that kind of is respectful. Like, hey, look, man, I gotta whoop your ass. But that don't mean your people's got to see you get your ass whooped. Like, I don't want them to have to live with that image.
That's foul. That's so foul. That's foul.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, you had to say nothing about the wife. Okay.
See, that's not necessarily saying anything about them, though.
You didn't have to bring them up.
It's not like he said, "Hey, keep your dumb ass kids at the crib and your ugly ass wife."
If he had just said family is one thing, but we physically say children. That's another level, man. I'm just saying.
Once again, I think we just look at it differently.
Yeah, because I don't do that because I can't talk that shit because that doesn't work for me.
I mean, but I guess the nice thing is if he's got young kids, they didn't really see their dad get knocked out. They saw their dad take a knee, and he could have just been like, "Hey, baby, I was praying in the middle of the fight, and."
Was you praying about daddy not to get hit again?
Yeah, I was praying in the middle of the fight, and then we decided as men amicably we didn't want to promote violence anymore. So the fight.
What is this? You're headed for self-destruction, and that's how you know you old. If you quote shit like that.
Actually, I like his use of amicable. That was cool.
It is true though, man. Especially in MMA, man. They be beating the shit out of each other, and then they be like, "Man, it's all love." Bro,
first of all, you gotta be a special type person to do that. So I get it, which I get. That's why I don't understand it, because I don't necessarily want to fight anybody unless I don't like them.
Yeah.
I'm not just trying to fight somebody just for the love of fighting.
And I'm not trying to get in the fucking face, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's podcast number 3. Ain't nobody gonna put their hands on my face.
Hell to the no, man. My parents
don't put their hands on my face.
I'm scared if somebody else put their hand on my face, man. I was watching this clip, man, and then we'll move on. I don't know what movie it was from or whatever, but she said some cold cash shit to her husband about who is this guy? And she was like, "My man." To your man, the right hand of fellowship came through, hit her so hard, she jumped over a table. And I was just like,
are you talking about the family that prays or something?
Man, I don't know what movie it is. It was on my TikTok, man. And they split that shit into 10 different sections. And I was like, okay, this shit's interesting. And then he knocked the shit out of her. I was like, oh.
And you know you did wrong when your mom backs up the husband. That was
yeah.
That's
oh, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's some old school shit right there. Because today's modern era, we would just frown upon that period. But back in the day, there were some times where it was just like, nah, baby, you asked for that one.
Oh yeah. How you gonna tell your husband?
We not condoning it, but we just saying we understand.
Exactly.
Yeah. How you gonna tell your husband that somebody else your man? Dead to his face. And I was like, bro.
I imagine if she was my sister or something, and I knew all the ins and outs, I might look at it. That's your one, bro. You get that one. She was out of pocket.
And the crazy part,
I might be like, hey, you can't do it again.
Yeah,
you get that one. But yeah, she asked for that one.
But nobody grabbed him.
Nobody.
Everybody kind of went to see if she was okay. Nobody said that won't the move, bro. But I was like, I mean,
Yeah, in that moment, she's lucky she didn't get killed. Just saying.
I mean,
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like murder right there. Like that statement you made sounds like man too.
I just blacked out. Oh, jeez. Man, the fact that you said man two. Not man one, no. This motherfucker didn't go straight for like murder. He was like, nah, I could plead a little bit insanity there. Man two. Like, the fact, it sounds like you know what? We're not gonna have no more conversation about that. We're gonna move on because we just not gonna conversate about that. So, today, the question of the day. And as we're talking about this, we got a couple different questions about it. So this will be fun. Do you believe that you can truly be great and carry the weight of a relationship? Now, there are some questions about this question. And so basically, I'll say this. If you doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then you still doing 90% of the relationship as well, and your significant other is doing 10%, aka being pretty, aka ain't got no damn job, aka literally is sitting around the house doing not a goddamn thing,
But bro,
and you
she's
got
the
to do
prize.
everything. Hold on for a second. And you got to do everything in this damn relationship. Her 10% is her just living. The question is, do you believe that you could truly be great and carry the weight of a relationship? Now, MoeB.
Hold up before you go on. You need to ask the author of the question what it actually meant.
Okay, AG, what it actually meant.
Nothing of what you said. However, I do
That's what it sounds
want to explore that.
None of that shit. But
I do want to explore that. Put that on the table for this show because it's interesting that you say that. Because now I understand what y'all were talking about before the show started. What I actually meant was I remember a couple of things. One, Jack Nicklaus told Tiger Woods, and he relayed the conversation he had with Tiger Woods publicly. And he was like, if you're going to chase me or anything really, you need to do the bulk of it before you get married. Because once you get married, your attention goes elsewhere. The energy you would have spent hitting balls or touring or whatever, that kind of goes away. And so I remembered that. And I thought to myself that that's probably why there's so few men that achieve a level of greatness in a relationship than most. The other thing is going to church. Because when you go to church, there's so much weight put on a man's shoulders. And it's really kind of ironic when women say, I'm afraid to lose myself, because men lose themselves all the time in a relationship. Having said that, there's no way in which you could go to the very limit of your potential and be worried about a spouse. So that is the real spirit of the question. Can you be great at whatever endeavor it is? Can you truly be great and be in a relationship? You want me to go first?
you go, Ruben. That's all you, Ruben.
I wish Jack Nicklaus would have told Tiger to get some damn friends as well. Get some male friends to tell him, hey, bro, you don't have the hoes calling your real phone. You have a burner.
Another story for another day.
Exactly, because that's so much to unpack. So much to unpack.
I ain't wrong though.
No, you're absolutely not wrong.
Well, it's when you're Tiger Woods, you're kind of special, and when your only friend is Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley, that's not good company to keep.
And them
right?
motherfuckers didn't even tell him that. So fuck them.
Well,
too.
that's what I'm saying. It's not good. It's just you, man. That's a whole other podcast.
What would they know about friendship? They not friends.
Truth. The only thing they taught that dude was how to hoe. But anyway, it's another podcast.
A lot of people taught a lot of people how to hoe. About Velvet Jones. So, now that you have it like that, it's hard, man. I can't imagine it. Like, it's hard to be super great and yet super just. I mean, the amount of shit that's got to be in order in your life has got to be everything. But the stress level of keeping that up has got to be a problem. Like, I can't ever say that I've been in a relationship and I've been so great in doing what else I was doing that I could still carry that. Yeah, nah, I can't do that. I can't even imagine being in that position because, you know, I'm great at being me. But other than that, I mean, I ain't motherfucking Tiger Woods. You know? So I can't imagine, and I can't imagine doing the whole relationship shit by myself. I mean, if we together and I'm 90 and you 10, I'm trying to figure out why.
I still feel like you're going back to that point, and that wasn't part of the question.
Well, I mean, I guess
you're going back to that because like that's what you want to make the question. I think now that AG put it the way he did, like what you're asking is a completely different question, probably for a completely different conversation.
No, but the question does say carry the weight of a relationship, which means
carry the weight of a relationship just means can you be in a relationship with all that's actually required to be in a successful relationship, not actually carry the bulk of the weight of the relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I meant. I mean, can you really give your woman the expectations of being in a relationship and be great at whatever you're doing? Can you do that?
Well, I would think that in any true relationship, and when I say real and true, I'm talking a long time relationship. Yeah, you know, like at least a year. Like, cause you know each other so much. Like, you know, what's the thing? We can all shine together, baby. Like, I don't understand why that can't work. I just know it's never happened to me. So that's all I can really say about that. I've never been great at parts of my life, but then had a relationship because I honestly haven't been in a relationship in a long time that I felt was remotely equal. Anyway, I always felt like I had to be more in the relationship than the other person. So yeah, that's for me. I think it's possible. I just think you got to be with the right one, and the right one's got to understand, and then you got to understand them too. It's got to be both ways. That's the only way I can see it. I think it's possible. I just think it hasn't been possible for me.
Vote Ruben Brown 2024.
You're stupid, man. I'm being serious.
Bro, I know you're being serious, and that's why I say you vote Ruben Brown 2020. Look, the best politicians don't know they're being a politician.
You're so dumb.
the best politicians don't know it. They don't know they're trying to play both sides of the field.
I'm not trying to play both sides.
You're just trying to reach across the aisle. That's how you say it. You're trying to bring unity to it. That's all.
I'm just saying, no.
We can all shine together.
We can all shine together.
Because
yes, we can.
Wow.
Yes, we can.
Wow.
Well, you answered the question then. Shit.
In 2023, absolutely fucking not. And because we have completely changed the standards of relationships. I believe back in the day, and I'm not saying it still can't happen in 2023, but if we're speaking in generalities, no. The idea of what we consider balance in a relationship doesn't allow that. For anybody, especially when you're talking about males, for any male to achieve like 100% greatness in what they do, you're almost like obsessed with it. Like when we talk about Kobe Bryant and we talk about Michael Jordan, like they were obsessed with that greatness. And you can't be obsessed with one area of your life without the other area lacking. There's just not enough time. There's not enough balance. When you listen to all those Hall of Fame speeches from people who are up there, the first thing they do is they thank their wives and their families and then they acknowledge the fact that they know they weren't there for them. That they know chasing their dream and doing all it took to be great in that avenue of life made them pretty shitty at other parts of their lives. And in this modern standard of what support is, like, look, a lot of women will say, look, I support my man and that helps him be great. But support and sacrifice are two completely different things. And in 2023, the standard isn't about sacrifice. The standard is about support. And you got people saying, I want to be a power couple, but then he's got to respect me. I want to be traditional, but I want to be modern. There are just too many opposing factors happening for the true sense of that statement to be achieved. And people say, well, if you have balance, if by definition, if you have balance, you can't be great at one area of your life, because greatness takes complete dedication. Greatness takes a singular focus. If you're trying to be the best, that is singular. That is not plural. So when you see these super successful CEOs who work 20 hours a day, when you see these athletes that are just obsessed with being the best at what they do, they're going to lack in other areas. It's kind of a character flaw, but it's really more of a character reality. You just can't put all of yourself in one thing and still have enough to share in a true balanced sense relationship. And if somebody says that they can, hey, maybe there's a unicorn out there that can. Maybe they found the leprechaun at the end of the rainbow. Like, I don't know, but just by sheer definition, I don't think it's possible. I think if you have balance in your life, truly have balance in your life, you probably don't have greatness in your life either. And the greatness in your life is the balance. Like, I think people who are truly happy with their lives are happy with the balance in their lives, which generally means they're not singularly focused on one thing.
Okay. Hey, Black Morticia Adams, I see you joined us. I'm glad that you are here. You know, you ain't gotta talk to God. And we happy that you're here.
I think
So, AG,
I think at some level we're all black and poor. I don't care how much money you got.
I mean, yeah.
What were you saying, MoeB?
I was gonna say, like, what sparked that question for you? Because, and what do you think?
Well, no, actually, what sparked the question was the two things, because I feel like what you said about the modern relationship and the modern expectations, I think they're out of pocket and I think they're unreasonable at times. And the more people say it, where everybody has a platform, you hear it so much. It's really, like I told you before at the top of this, it's like, it's so easy to lose yourself if you a dude, but nobody really acknowledges those things. And so there's so many things going on. Now, I'm presuming that the man part of this can achieve a singular, obsessive dedication to something, because that matters too. The only way I see it happening, if you have a woman, I ain't trying to be funny, but if you have a woman like mine that will find something to do and be like, hey, do you, whatever you're doing, do you, is there anything we can get you? Is there this or that or whatever it is? If you're not hearing that language and you're not seeing that behavior, it's impossible. You have to never call that person again, because they will ruin you.
Well, like I said, it's a difference between support and sacrifice.
Right. If you
People can be supportive, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're willing to sacrifice.
Exactly. And that matters. It's like, if you like for me, I love racing. If you're a racer and I'm married to Lauren, and it's like, hey, if you don't want to get married between November and winter testing in January, we're not doing it. Now, that sounds harsh, but there's only a handful of women that can hear that. I'm not saying they ain't hear it, but I'm saying there's only a handful of women that can really hear what you're saying and be like, that's what's up. After the last race of the season, let's do this thing so we can be married and then, back to work. Oh, women can't do that. God tells women that they can't do it because he's always asking them all the time, respect your man. If you can't respect me, you can't hear what I'm saying. And if I hear what you're saying and you're trying to, you know, control me here and control me there, and I don't let you go, I will never be great. Ever.
So I think it's a fair assessment that we throw an adjective in front of that. I think most women cannot, because there are some outliers, you know.
I made sure to preface by saying I'm talking in generalities.
Yeah. Your average woman, no, but there are some outliers, and even, you know, let's talk those people who are athletes, those people who are in some sort of CEO power structure, things as such. You know, you know, for one reason or another, they may find a significant other that is willing to sacrifice.
I'm gonna disagree though, because the divorce rates of those people are like higher than the normal divorce rate.
But once again, we're talking
because you're putting way more strain on the relationship.
Well, I understand that, but once again, then that just means that that couple won't build for that. I mean, because you're right, because Michael Jordan, I mean, he had at least one divorce.
Well, let's back up. Michael Jordan was a hoe. Let's end that conversation. You gotta have to find a better example. Michael Jordan was a hoe. He ruined his marriage because he was a hoe. He didn't ruin his marriage because of basketball.
Well, I mean,
I
think the little
no. Here's the thing. I was about to say two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
because he was a hoe, but basketball allowed him tremendous amounts of opportunity. To engage in.
Okay, let me say this: if Michael Jordan doesn't put his dick in other women, then he's probably still married to one.
I doubt it.
I don't at all. And plus, and the other thing too, he got married because he had a kid. He didn't. I don't think he loved her to start with.
Well, yeah, but once again, I don't think. I think you have some such, like Cookie from Magic Johnson. I mean, the dude got AIDS, man. Didn't get it from her, and she's still with his ass. I mean, you know, some people. There are some outliers out there, and I'm not saying that. And I'm saying that clearly as a 1% or 0.5%, you know, because it does exist. But like normal people, no. Unless you just hit the jackpot, and which can happen. You can hit the jackpot, and you just happen to find that one person who is like, yeah, you do what you need to do. I got this. I'm built for this. Whatever. And we gonna be good. And I mean, because that happens. So yeah, I mean, but once again, like you said, most of them, as MoeB said, yeah, most of your high dollar relationships due to sports and whatnot, yeah, they don't work out all the way. But once again, you know, then you run into what's their name? I can't remember. The football player, the tight end, and his wife plays for women's soccer. It's like, are you kidding me right now?
Oh, Zach Ertz?
Like, yeah, Zach Ertz and Julie Ertz. I mean, that's insanity. Because they're both are high level in their positions. Yet they got like 2 or 3 kids, man, and they're probably gonna be okay. So I mean, yeah, but I understand. But for normal people, yeah, that's rude, buddy.
I mean, I also think we're attacking this one-sided, because I think if you're talking about women to male relationships, I think the same can be true, just for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if there's a woman who is obsessed with career and everything, how often do those women find relationships that work? Because it's really hard for a male in that environment to, I don't know, basically just be cool with the idea that you're going to be second.
AKA vice president. I mean, her husband he's co-running a law firm. Like, so I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. You're completely right. I think it's equal on both sides. On that percentage ain't that high either way you want to look at it. But you got to be extraordinary people in order to make something like that happen.
Well,
and
I don't even know if it's being people. And I think the reason I prefaced in the modern day is because I don't think it's necessarily reflection on what type of person you are. It's really the cultural standards that we've set, man. Like,
I think it's hard.
Instagram and the modern day, like all, like has created friction in relationships. Period.
I would definitely say the older we get, the more that percentage drops. For sure. Because like, I mean, we're all fairly old here. I mean, back in the 80s, 90s, well, not even in the 90s, the 70s, 80s, I mean, and we can go even before then. I mean, my grandmother had like 20 kids, you know, and she stayed with the same man until, you know, he passed away. So it's like on my mom's side. So, I mean, you know, he was out working and doing whatever, and my grandmother was having children. And next thing you know, they got a football team. And I mean, it's one of those things. But now, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, there are a lot of people who don't have any children. And they can focus on their career, and their relationship becomes secondary. But that's because both of them make it secondary because they have that agreement of, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to ball out. And then one day, when one person gets a certain age or whatever, we need to have this conversation about children. You know? But it's less and less. I would definitely say it's less and less as the years go by. I mean, that percentage drops. Like these days, oh God. I mean, I can't imagine anyone between the age of 20 to 30 who could do that. You'll have one or two, but I can't imagine it. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. It's hard, man, because like you said, with social media.
I think you're right, but I don't think the reasoning you're giving is right.
Well, I mean, social media, like you said, that helps.
Well, when I say social media, I just mean just social norms and standards anyway.
Yeah, but you also have to throw social media in there because Lord knows, if somebody doesn't know where you are every step of your day, that's a problem for some people. Like, you know, everybody's got their phone tracked. How come you were over here? Like, bitch, what is all that? I mean, you know, I wasn't even driving. Your car went here. Like, so much. So it's almost like it's overwhelming, like, access. And I think that could be an issue. Because now, you had, a long time ago, you had no access. Now you got, like, too much. Which could ruin, you know, the ability of something like that even happening today.
Well, I mean, what I meant by that, and I mean, I feel like you keep trying to go back to your analysis is incorrect, but you're missing what I'm saying about social norms. Like, our ideas of success are different than they were back in the day. Back in the day, the idea of success for a woman was getting married, having a family. That's not necessarily the idea of success anymore. The idea of success is getting yours, being the prize, being powerful when it comes to women. The idea of success for men used to be taking care of your family, you know, stabilizing the front. Now it's like, how many hoes can you get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the ideas that we've created as success has changed. And once that changes, the idea of sacrificing for somebody else's greatness kind of goes out the window.
And this is probably what I'll say. Like, yeah, you're probably correct. But to be honest, you're closer to that age group than I am. So, like, I don't necessarily
think that's
know.
Defined as an age group thing anymore, man.
Well, I mean, but that's not. but I guess my thing is, like, my hope is that I will find someone more with the values that I have, not necessarily with the value of the people of what it is today. Which, so yeah, I'm not looking for someone under 30. You know, so our values would not even match up. You know, my values would be closer to someone my age or maybe 10 years younger. You know, I wouldn't even. So that's not even a thought process for me. That's why I guess why I keep going back to what I know because I see that and I'm just like, that's crazy. But in the grand scheme of things, my hope is I'll never come across it to that effect, you know, just because I'm old as shit. Benefit of curse.
Okay.
Where do you stand on it, AG?
I mean, which part? You said a lot.
Any of it? Like, I mean, yeah, we've kind of. I feel like the direction of the conversation kind of went in a lot of different directions.
Well, as far as what you're saying about Instagram, I totally agree. Because you have all these women with a platform and they say all kinds of things that are unreasonable. But because they said
it ain't just women.
Becomes,
I want to make sure we're not one sided on this. It ain't just women.
Oh, it's just we're talking about women. That's what I'm saying. But it's just like it's unreasonable, and it's just like, but because they said it and they have a lot of people out there that agree, then it's like truth. The other thing I've noticed, and this is something Lauren schooled me on, it's like sometimes these dudes say some stuff, and it's like, hey, player, I mean. But she's like, no, you have to take this dude and you have to let me give you some context. This guy cheated on his wife and she stayed. So he is going to be woman-centric on everything that he puts out there, no matter how unreasonable it might be. And that's something I have just learned in the last couple of weeks. So when I hear people say stuff, it's like, okay, I don't know what she's going through. I don't know what he's going through. But when I read the comments, people take this as an absolute truth. And what happens with that is when you're hearing your truth, what you're not doing is self-inspection. And so it becomes one-sided. So you expect a whole lot of stuff that you ain't gonna do. That's a problem. So I'm just letting you know, social media in that way is dangerous. It just is. You got dudes out there that's like, you need to do this for your woman. You need to do that for your woman. You have women saying, I expect this, I expect that. And you have a handful of people saying, no, I need to do this for my man. I need to do this for my woman. Everybody wants some stuff they're not willing to do. So in my estimation, that's where social media gets really, really, really to be dangerous to people. Because they go into a relationship and thinking some stuff that is only true if they put in work. They expect
or if you actually have a title, being someone's woman and being someone's wife.
Oh, it's worse.
Two different things.
True. And
I know somebody. I mean, I've heard women say before, like, well, if he's supposed to be my man and I'm struggling, he's supposed to make sure that all my bills and stuff are taken care of. Hold on. You are not his responsibility until y'all are married. Like, if my wife is struggling, yes, I'm supposed to make sure shit gets taken care of, no matter by any means necessary. I gotta figure some shit out. If we just dating, your bills are your bills.
Good job, baby.
Like, if I help you, that's because I want to, not because I have to.
Just saying. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. But see, the thing is, what MoeB just said has been there for the beginning of time. Nothing has really changed. The biggest thing is, like what I said, everyone has a international platform. If you can understand the language, or if there's a translation algorithm in there, it's international. Everyone's hearing this.
Everybody feels so damn important that their opinion matters.
There it is. And it doesn't have to be true. It just has to be said. So a lot of women out there that will tell you, if you can't take care of my bills or whatever it is, then we not talking.
I mean, Dusty Child came out with a song, Bills, 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 baby.
Exactly. Can't no man do that. We out here trying to tippy-toe around it so we won't get the female police to call. Meanwhile, they making songs like that. Bills, bills, bills. I mean, they can get you to pay bills with the hope of getting some pussy. Yeah, that's a lot of power. I'm just letting you know.
Lord knows I've never had to do that thing. God.
And they do these Jedi mind tricks on dudes. Like, if you don't help them, they try to attack your ego by saying, "Well, if you broke, say you broke." Like, nah, bitch, you sound broke. I'm fine. I didn't come asking you for money.
For real.
I'm going home. You can go back with your mama.
For real. I ate last night. Gonna eat today. What you doing? Man, like I said before, I'm not afraid to say some things are gender specific, because they are. So it is what it is. I'm not trying to tiptoe around this. It just is what it is.
And ladies, if you listening and you feel like we attacking you, we not, because there are simps all over the world. You don't need us, nigga. Like, you don't need the three of us. Like, to trust me. Somebody out there can't wait to save you. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Captain Save a
There is a simp born every day. Someone idolizing mediocre pussy. That dude is out there waiting for you. He is waiting for you. He can't wait.
Thank you for the intro yet again.
Oh my God.
He's right, man, because I tell my wife all the time, y'all think that booty is good. It's a woman out there that her job is the girlfriend experience. You need to go find her and figure this out, because y'all aren't that good. We out here buying houses and Escalades and whatnot for some what, MoeB? Mediocre pussy.
I mean,
come on, man.
These chicks got you out here eating groceries now.
Man,
what
look.
the hell?
Because if you could get any 10 men together and have them be candid about what they actually think about their sex lives, okay. Just saying.
I can't be on that shit.
And the girlfriend experience and the wifey experience is about the same money that you pay for your wife. That's true too.
I know, right?
If you don't believe me, do the numbers.
You got to be paid for that kind of shit, though.
Well, you got to be paid to have a wife, man.
I mean, I understand that, but I'm just saying, if I want to find a girlfriend experience, I still got to be paid.
No,
AG, I'm going to challenge that statement you just made.
Which one?
I think the girlfriend experience is more expensive than the wife.
How so?
Because the girlfriend experience ain't just about pleasing the girlfriend. It's about the image you have to keep up amongst the people around. Once you become married and become a unit, generally, that wife realizes that money is for you and not necessarily for show. Generally. Now, there are some women who want the wife experience to mirror the girlfriend experience, but I think dudes trick way more money off on the girlfriend experience than the wife experience.
Okay, let me give you some context. What I actually meant was the girlfriend experience / the wifey experience, when a prostitute does it right, is everything that you want your wife to do that you're not allowed to ask. And and a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with sex.
You're right, because there was a lawyer that used to come into a store I worked at all the time. I will not say his name up here, but and he would always come in the store with a different woman that was not his wife.
I know.
He basically was pro advocating for legalized prostitution, because he informed me. He said, you don't pay a hoe for sex, you pay her to leave. And I was like, I had never ever thought about it that way.
I'm surprised you have.
At the time I was like 23, 24. At the time I was like, bro, you just changed my whole outlook on shit. He was like, yeah, you don't pay her for the sex, you pay her to leave. And I was like,
yeah,
bro, and he said that in front of some chick that wasn't his wife. And I was just like, hey, you might have a point there.
That's all I'm saying, man. It's just like, you have guys out there, and the reason why I said it's not sexual a lot of times is, sometimes you get women out there that will say, you'll ask them to, well, you'll have something that you're feeling a certain type of way about, and you want to talk to her about it legitimately, but they want to like question your manhood about it. They want to have jokes, and it's like, okay, well, if I pay a prostitute $100 an hour and all I can afford is an hour, I will be able to have a conversation with someone that will listen. Now, the same $100 I'm going to pay for you to be my wife, I have a mortgage to pay. I have your car payment to pay. I have insurance to pay. I have life insurance to pay. I have taxes to pay. I have to have you gnawing at my ear all day. All those things. So that cost me $100 an hour cash plus my fucking soul. So I'm like, who's cheaper?
Wait a minute.
That should be the intro.
Can you please say that statement again with the same fire? Plus my fucking soul.
Yeah,
I don't think you have said any sentence in the 2.5 plus years I have talked to you with as much fire and passion as you just made that statement.
I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
But I mean,
No, do not apologize for that, sir.
It was awesome.
But I mean, it's the
I
truth.
felt that.
I feel all the time. And I'm telling you, man, it's just like these women out here thinking that their booty don't stink, but it really does, for starters.
Yeah, sometimes your grocery's bad, baby.
And I'm like, and then you think you think that you're doing something and you're not. You don't perform well and you get all the spoils of it. It's like being a first round draft pick that's a bust and still getting paid by the team. It's awful.
But it's our fault at the end of the day.
Yeah, because we made poor choices.
Not just because we made poor choices. When I say our, I mean the collective male has created this, because we ain't been telling the truth to women for so long that we've actually lied to them so much that they're convinced that if somebody does it like them, he's the problem. Because there's always some simp that can't wait to say, oh, that nigga don't know what he was missing.
Yeah, we kind of do.
It's our fault.
Okay. If that's what we're doing. I mean, like I said, man, when God talks about you like a dog, you a dog. Now, you're not going to hear that in church. And I know because I spent enough time there, and it's like, it's a female-centric place. And I realize it is, as it should be, because women drag men to church and they get their lives together, then they learn how to lead. And that's kind of how it goes. The other reason why it's women-centric is because, or at least in my opinion, is because pastors scared. Just like husbands and boyfriends are scared. And they preach accordingly for the most part. So you hear a lot of things that uplift and encourage women, and then the rest of the time they dogging men. Like that one time I went to church and it was Father's Day, and somebody had the nerve, I think the first lady had nerve to say, I ain't gonna celebrate y'all. This is what y'all supposed to been doing. And I was like, ouch. That's what you say before Sunday and after the Sunday of Father's Day. That's not what you say on Father's Day. But the thing is,
well, we can't say that on Mother's
exactly.
Day.
Exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly. So you get enough of a diet of this toxic behavior and this rhetoric, and it's like you start thinking differently. You're like, heifer, what can you do for me? Not nothing. Because the more I do the job that you say I need to do, the more wealth I acquire. The more wealth I acquire, I can treat you like a slave. I can buy you. I can buy your egg. I can buy your loyalty. I can buy whatever I want to buy. And you mean nothing to me. Where did I get this from? I got it hearing y'all. Because the last time I thought about it, didn't y'all call me a sperm bank? That's what I thought. And it was funny when you were saying it to me, right? Well, for 30 grand, I can buy an egg. I don't need you. I don't need you. Because I can afford to have all the things that I need to extract that egg, put a sperm on it, make a baby, and cast you aside. Now, how does it sound when I say that to you? I'm just saying.
Ouch.
Well, going
Depends
back
on
to
who's in the room. Because if you saying it with just us, we be like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. No
saying,
lie
man,
detected here.
But going back to my major point with this, is I kind of digressed a little bit. It's like God says certain things to certain people. Sometimes he says certain things to certain gender. And he will bust you in your mouth. He does it to men, but we're not talking about men right now. We spend a lot of time talking about how we ain't shit. Okay. And for the most part, you're right. You're not wrong. And I get that. Well, how come we don't ever talk about your ass? Ever. It begs to be questioned to me.
Because just like you said earlier, because men are in fear.
Pastors preach that way. Exactly. Because there's a
ladies,
whole...
You have no idea what fear is until you have to be a guy tap dancing around honesty, around y'all asses.
Exactly.
Oh ho ho. Some of the scariest moments are in my life when somebody wanted me to tell them the truth, but I knew they didn't want me to tell them the truth.
Exactly.
Ooh, those are some scary moments. Like, hey, we've talked about it before. Hey, does this dress make me look fat? Why are you doing this to me? Like that's that's damn near hostage situation right there. Like, don't do this to me.
Exactly. Look, man, when God says a man would rather live on the corner of a roof of the house than to be with you, that's a problem. He's letting you know that women will steal your soul. They are manipulators by design. And so it's just like he's letting you know what time it is. So again, I'm just saying, to your point, truth, man, it's like they out here trying to kill us. So again, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta find out where I can find this girlfriend experience shit at, because what I got going now ain't working.
Next time go to Vegas, get all you want, bro.
Clearly.
Just saying.
Yeah, they got cars.
And remember, you don't pay them for the sex.
You pay them
to leave. Kevin Yaka said, I don't know. AG was on that fire talking about that Tyler Perry.
He was.
It's all the same. It's all
I
the same thing.
It's kind of the same thing.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Because we all know what Tyler Perry is, the smartest motherfucker in the room.
True.
Yes, sir.
But he's got
exactly
daddy issues.
what they want to hear.
He's got daddy issues. But it's all good. I mean, again, like I said, and don't get me wrong, my vitriol doesn't come from my actual life anymore. But I do have a lot of experience with this, man, and it's awful. It's just awful. Because you ain't got a leg to stand on. But the superpower that men will always have is to listen and not call that heifer. That's your superpower. If she disrespects you, don't call her ever again.
And remember, man, you can't be a superhero for everyone. You can't be a superhero for yourself. Because like I said, there's a simp that will call her even if you don't. But
Exactly.
Remember, you're not trying to save that nigga. You're trying to save yourself.
Exactly. That's a him problem.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what it is. All right. Awesome, guys. So, I mean, if there's something else, AG, what else could possibly be on your mind?
Reparations, bro. I want to go back to that. I want to get back to reparations, and this is what I want to say. And I'm so excited to say this because I've never been able to defend someone that believes we shouldn't have it. Ever. Not legitimately, but I got ammo now. Abe Lincoln, my Negro. This dude is the inventor of reparations. I'm not going to go into all the things, but I will conceptually let you know that after the Civil War was over, this dude gave tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to Confederate slave owners for loss of funds and loss of property, and we know that property is slaves. And I heard that and read that, and I was like, fuck me. So the next time somebody approaches you, talk about reparations is ridiculous and we can't possibly afford it and blah, 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 all the things that sound kind of true on the surface, you let them know Abe Lincoln is the reparations OG. And if you can do it for white America.
He was a Republican.
Exactly. He was the wrong Republican, but I understand what you mean. Because that's definitely waxing ironic to me. But the next time somebody tell you about that, you tell them to go read what Abe Lincoln did for the slave owners or the ex-slave owners of the Confederacy, because he hooked them dudes up, man. He hooked them dudes up in a big way. And when I say millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, I mean 1865 millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of US dollars. Not, worthless Confederate money. US dollars. So the next time somebody has something to say to you and you don't know quite how to defend yourself, start with Abe Lincoln. Ironically enough, start with Abe Lincoln. That's what's on my mind.
Well, all right. Reparations. Get that shit. All right, MoeB, what's on your mind?
I'd like to issue an apology to any ladies that might have heard this show and feel like we have said a whole bunch of things that make it sound like we don't like women. It is not true.
Oh, you mean this episode or just the whole history?
I mean, we're just talking about this episode.
Oh, okay.
I assure you, ladies, it is not that we do not like you. It is not even that we have some type of animosity towards you. We simply don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do anymore. Like, he is absolutely right when he says men live in fear every day. Every day, men live in fear because we don't know what to say. We don't know what to do. If we say something too aggressively, we're controlling. If we don't say things aggressively enough, we don't know how to lead. We would love to get a roadmap of success from y'all. The problem is getting a roadmap to success from y'all is basically just like asking a nigga for directions that don't know where he going. He gonna just lie and make some shit up. Like, because the goalpost always is gonna be moving. So ladies, like, we love you. We just scared to death. We're scared to death because as much as we say our superpower is just not call you, at the end of the day, we really, really, really do like your company. We love the idea of being able to have sex with you. We love the idea of being able to lie to ourselves about being able to have sex with you. Like, do you know how many dates I went on when I was younger, knowing goddamn well there was no way I was gonna ever get the skins of this one? But I had the optimism of youth on my side, and I was just like, hey, maybe I can charm my way to just getting a hug. You know what I'm saying? Just, because I'm just always one hug away. Ladies, we love you. And we ask that you show us some grace. Because we know y'all hear all the times that niggas ain't shit. And look, we agree with you. Because sometimes we know them niggas too. Like, you think we don't know them niggas? we absolutely know them too. And we just say, please don't define us by our worst moment. Like, define us by like some good shit we do. Like, find the silver lining in every nigga. Like, be that woman with all her shit together that's trying to find a fixer up project. Can we just be your fixer up project? But could you give us some time to fix ourselves up? Like, we want you to fix us. We just don't want you to change us. Because just like AG said, like, look, man, ladies bring the dudes to church, man. We know them dudes. That dude in church, because his woman said, we getting up and going to church. My wife has got me to go to church because she's like, we going to church. And I'm just like, you're right. Because I'm in fear. I can't say no. What am I going to say? No?
I'm trying so hard not to laugh across you.
Bro, do you know how much negotiating I have to do to like really, like, I practice saying no with my wife on little shit. She thinks I just say no because I'm trying to shut her down. Like, no, I'm just trying to get good at it because there's going to be a big moment when I need to say no. And I gotta have that built up courage to actually say it and mean it. You know what I'm saying? Because like every guy knows we've said no a lot to shit that we end up doing. I mean, look, I talk cash shit around my homie. Man, I ain't doing that shit. I go do that shit because, and them dudes understand. They know I'm putting on the front. Ruben, you've heard me front before. You have heard me in all my glory.
I can't do it anymore.
Shit. about what I'm not gonna do. And you know goddamn well when I left, you ain't even gotta ask me did I do it. When I left, you was probably like, yeah, that nigga went and did that shit. And you're right. I'm not proud of that. I'm just like Garcia, staring up on one knee, looking at the motherfucker that just hit me really hard. I gotta admit to this dude, I don't want no smoke. I'm done.
Oh shit.
So that's what's on my mind, man. Ladies, we're sorry. We're sorry. We love you, and just we thank you for just tolerating us enough.
Oh.
We appreciate you always supporting us and sacrificing for us, even when that support and sacrifice may be invisible to us, because our simple male brains cannot sometimes see all the sacrifices you truly are making for us.
Oh, God.
Amen. That sounded like the longest prayer ever.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Hopefully someone gets some cuddle time tonight. So is that it? I mean,
Yes, that's it.
I mean, I think that's it.
That's it.
I got
Okay.
no more.
I'm just making sure, man. Just making sure.
Yeah, I said amen. That was it.
Brian McKnight, one last cry, man. That was it.
You gotta do what you gotta do for cuddle time. I hear you. All right. So it's funny that you mentioned hugging, because what's on my mind is I watched this video, and these women were talking. They were just like, would you be mad if another woman gave your man a full body hug? And the woman there was like, I wish she would give my man a full body hug. We will fight. We start fighting. Whoa, player! Like, hold on. Like, I guess my thing is, it's like, I mean, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander? Because I see women who are married get the full body, like, I'll give you all this hugging. Yet, if some woman did that to somebody's man who's married, you ready to fight. Like,
Be sure you ask me what I think about that when you're done.
I mean,
Same
yeah.
here. Same here.
I mean, and I get it, but how you gonna be mad at him because he just stood there? And it's not like he hugged and grabbed her butt or something. Now, if he did that, then that's just, that's just stupid. Yeah, he deserves what he get on that. But I was shocked just to hear her be like, yeah, I wish some bitch would hug my man with all that ferocity. And I was just like, you used the word ferocity. What are you talking about? So, I don't know. As a single man, I mean, I guess I can't get full double arm hugs anymore because I might get my ass knocked out. AG, what do you think about this, man?
I think that women are chumps, and the only one gonna get that smoke is the man they with. They ain't gonna say jack to that woman. They gonna drag your ass home and gnaw your ear off about that female that you ain't had nothing to do with. That's what's gonna happen.
See,
Ain't gonna be no fighting. Ain't nobody gonna fight.
Allow me to unify us today because
my
we
God.
have been very divisive. I'm going to unify.
Reverend MoeB in the house.
First of all, that woman who said, because I saw that clip, that woman who said, I wish a woman would, blah, 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 blah. She ain't going to do shit.
Exactly. What I just say.
Here's the thing. What she's doing is no different than the cold cash shit I be saying that I ain't gonna do too when I'm in front of my friends. She's in front of all of her friends. They hyping her up. Because this is the same chick that probably walked in on her man fucking somebody else, forgave him, but that nigga can't hug nobody. Like, don't get me wrong. I have hug etiquette. I do. I have work hug etiquettes, and that's why I say you got to remove your penis from the hug. That's when you turn to the side
hug,
and you
baby.
give the one arm. You got to take your dick
That's
out of the hug. You basically say my dick can't be nowhere involved in this hug. That's the innocent hug. Look, ladies, if you see your man ever walk up to some chick and gives the side hug, that does not mean he's being guilty. That does not mean he's showing up. That means he respects you enough to be like, hey, babe, you see that I take my penis out of every hug interaction. Like, my hug interaction is this midsection will never be anywhere near her. It's always facing away. No matter what side you come on, I give you the left hand one, I give you the right hand one. I'm good with both. But this area is not supposed to be center with the random chick you hug it. If you see a dude hug a woman like this, they got to either be family or they got to be like tight friends. Like you got to just know this is just a tight friend. Now, once again, I wanted to unify. So look, I don't take no weight in what she's saying because she just talking. She just out there with her friends. She had a few drinks. They hyping her up. They like, yeah, girl, don't take that shit. Look, we forgive you because like we do the same thing, but I am open about the shit I talk. When I come back, I'm just a dude that live here. My kids know the saying. King runs the kingdom, queen runs the king. When I get outside this motherfucker, I'm the man. When I come back in here, I'm her man. That's it. That's the waiting system. So I'm not mad at her for talking her shit. Baby, keep talking your shit. When you out with your friends, talk your shit. You need to go out and talk shit with your friends. That's how you can survive when you got to be in home shutting the fuck up. If guys ain't out there talking shit about you, ladies, that means he don't know how to shut the fuck up when he's with you. You don't want that dude. You need your man occasionally to go out with his boys and talk some shit. And the same is true for guys. We need our ladies to go out there and talk shit. Go out there and tell all your friends about how you do everything in this motherfucker. How I would be lost without you. Like when you found me, I was some nigga that didn't even know how to motherfucking breathe until you walked into my life. Go say all that shit to your ladies. I'm cool with that. I don't care. Come home and let's shut the fuck up with each other.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I swear to God, my mind changes on this mad shit every Sunday.
Look, man, we say it in all walks of life. Sometimes you just need to vent, man. Sometimes you just need a therapist, man. And unfortunately now people are posting their therapy sessions as if that's their real life. No, that is your inner dialogue. Everybody knows you've been in a situation in your head. You have said some shit that never came out your mouth. Like you just like, fuck your ass up. Would you say? Nah, I'm cool. Just, I don't want nothing.
He ain't wrong on that. He ain't wrong on that. I mean, yeah.
Healthy relationships allow you to go vent. Now, you can't say too much personal shit, but sometimes you just gotta go out there and blow off some steam, man. That's all she was doing, man. I'm not mad at her for saying that. There is a hug etiquette, but like I don't really believe that she gonna pop off on some random chick that she don't even know. That's how hoes get cut. I'm just saying, like you don't know that chick. Look. If she knows that, I'm just saying, if she knows that you and him are together, and she walks up and gives him full embrace hug, either A, they just cool. B, she don't give a fuck about you. Or 3, yeah, see, I switch it up. Or 3, she will cut your ass. Like, don't. Just something. Let some shit talk about that shit when you get home. Be like, hey, babe, who's that? Wait till y'all get away. Wait for him to get his lie together too.
Oh, God. All right. And on that note, thank you for another episode of 5 Minute Warning. We are here every Sunday from 9 p.m. Sunday night, Eastern Standard Time. Hey, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us. You can always find us on Twitch. You can always find us on YouTube. And of course, if you cool with me, you can find me on my Facebook page. Hey, look, I mean, we apparently we say what everybody scared to say, or however we just say it because, we don't give a fuck. So it is what it is. But thank you for joining us. Tell everybody about us. Of course, we also, if you missed the episode, we have the podcast, which is literally this episode, but you can listen to it anytime, wherever you get your podcast. Hey, look, another Sunday night. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for those online who are watching and listening to us. Thank you to MoeB. Thank you to AG for another awesome show. You know, let's just run this again next week. You know how we do. Thank you. So remember, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, RB5Men Warning at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, MoeB 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, RB5Men Warning. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.